Mafia 3 has the potential to be a thoroughly enjoyable game and succeeds on some level thanks to its fantastic story, but it is unfortunately let down by its uninspired gameplay. Mafia 3 takes place in 1968 and follows Lincoln Clay, a young man who has just come back from serving in the Special Forces during the Vietnam War. He comes home and reunites with his friends and family, however it isn't very long before the trouble finds him. Lincoln's story is one of revenge, but the story isn't just the bare minimum in that regard. The narrative tackles real issues such as America after the Vietnam War and racism, something which was quite rife during the era. Thankfully, both of these issues are handled quite tactfully. Not only that, but it also features deep characters that players will love and hate respectively because they feel so real. The story is incredibly well written and definitely had me intrigued to see how it will all play out. New Bordeaux is another high point of the game. As a fictional recreation of New Orleans in 1968, it holds up rather well. It shows off some of the signature architecture from the area and also features such as bayous full of alligators. In terms of gameplay, Mafia 3 is an open world affair and makes use of both cover-based shooting as well as stealth. Lincoln can make his way around New Bordeaux and gets missions from different characters while possibly stopping to do some side activities. Some of the big story missions are really fun to play through, however it's the little missions in between that causes the game to suffer. Lincoln needs to take over parts of the city to build up a good organization of his own to rival that of his enemies. It's these missions, the assassinations, damaging contraband and stealing valuable items from a hideout. They're entertaining the first time you do each of them, but after you do each mission type a few times, you start to crave something more. This rings true for both gunfights and stealth sections. The gunplay is fairly basic. Stay in cover and you should be fine. The enemy AI won't present much of a challenge as there are times where they just come at you not even trying to stay alive. In addition, they hardly ever try to flank your position. If they do, you will probably see them coming anyway. The same goes for the stealth. It's quite generic in its execution. Lincoln can crouch to avoid being seen by enemies and also to not alert anyone of his presence when sneaking up on them. Additionally, luring an enemy over is as simple as whistling to get their attention. However, if two enemies are close to each other, you never really encounter a situation where both come to investigate the sound. As Lincoln rises up, he recruits a few underbosses to his cause. Once areas have been taken over around New Bordeaux, you can assign it to one of your 3 lieutenants, which in turn will earn you new weapons and abilities. However, neglect one of them and they will turn on you. It's a nice touch and it kind of really led me to think about the consequences of my decisions. While succeeding in being a sandbox for the most part, Mafia 3 does suffer from missing some of the basic features. An example of this is the lack of a fast travel system. This is especially true when having to drive to one side of the map, complete an objective in a few minutes and then having to drive all the way back. The frustration of this is lessened by abilities offered by your lieutenants however. For example, you can call a car to fetch the money you have on you so it's not lost when you die. Another ability delivers a van full of guns in order to stock up on supplies to prepare for a gunfight. And finally, Lincoln can also request a fresh car to be delivered straight to his location. While New Bordeaux has been well crafted, the location does seem a little short of things to do sometimes. Playboy magazines and paintings can be found and collected around the city, but these have little to no reward, which is a little disappointing. When it comes to audio, Mafia 3 shines. The voice acting of pretty much all of the characters is superb and definitely makes them more believable. Another high point of the game is the actual soundtrack. The game features tracks from bands from the era such as the Rolling Stones and Creedence Clearwater Revival. How the songs in the game have been utilized however is truly great. Some of the tracks make their way into some major cutscenes and have been paired in a way that makes the song and the cutscene just work incredibly well. Mafia 3's excellently written story, believable characters and social commentary will keep players enthralled from start to finish. However, its formulaic gameplay and lack of things to do stops the game from being truly great. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up if you see fit, and if you'd like to see more, please don't forget to subscribe. If you played Mafia 3, please let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, until next time.